314-334-2522, universalwindowsdirect.com.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
All right, here's Dave Murray's weather forecast, sponsored by Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Call Overhead Door Company of St. Louis for their 26-point tune-up. It's one price for up to 3 garage doors and openers. Always look for the genuine, the original red ribbon of Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Schedule online at overheaddoorsstlouis.com.
Let's keep an eye out for a quick little shower or thunder shower, but that action is limited going through the afternoon. Otherwise, partly sunny skies, 84. Nothing more than a spot shower tonight, though lots of clouds around 67. Unsettled times. Another good punch of moisture coming in Thursday night, and Friday with changeable skies and periods of rain and thunderstorms. Heavy downpours at times, though it's not really a severe weather setup. Mid-80s on Thursday and again on Friday, 89 Saturday, 95 on Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Chris Ronchi, Amy Mark Scores. The Chris and Amy Show. It's not the same old talk. It's fresh, it's different, and it's local. Chris and Amy dig into the news that matters, but they also keep it light, keep it fun, and keep you smiling. Serious when it needs to be, silly when it can be. That's pure entertainment with a local heartbeat. The Chris and Amy Show, weekdays at 9 on the Voice of St. Louis, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
Today, the Cards, the D-backs.
Cameron Total Access 550. First pitch 645.
Cardinals Radio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. 137. Kind of, moving target today. We are hoping to have Bill DeWitt III on in a few minutes, possibly a Nuck as well. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to let Wheeler handle most of it. I'll ask a couple of Dave questions, but, don't want to annoy them on his first day in a new job.
Yeah, with a new title, yeah.
What kind of socks do you like?
That'd be great.
What's your favorite cookie? Do you like Malamars?
Hey, that gave me a question, though. Nothing wrong with that.
What is your view on the Malamar industry?
Right. So you're rich. You've had Malamars. You ever had a pinwheel? You ever slum it?
Let me introduce you to my friend, the pinwheel.
People are all about me wearing the collared shirt.
Yeah.
I had a golf lesson today with my new best friend, Ed Curtis. And, he's taken me under his wing, and we went out to Forest Park and played for, hit balls for about an hour. And, turns out I didn't even need a collared shirt.
No, not to the driving range, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'd never been there. There's like the Forest Park course.
I'm guessing at the Forest
Highlands.
Park course, you can also probably just play with a T-shirt.
Yeah.
A lot of public
I
courses.
certainly did.
Yeah. A lot of public courses, it's going to be that way.
Yeah. Jacob says, ask him if he can get rid of the City Connect jerseys or make them less ugly. Jacob, that's my favorite jersey.
He just started a battle with the DGS.
I love that look.
You do, yeah?
I know it was like cool to hate them, but man, there's some bad ones out there. I thought ours was pretty good.
I didn't really think there was anything hateable about it.
I like the solid red with the white pants.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't have to be that jersey in particular, and I like the baby blues.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're all pretty damn good.
Yeah, they're not bad.
It's partly, I think, because it's an old franchise. I think a lot of the old franchises have what I would think of as the best uniforms. Cardinals, Dodgers, Yankees. But I think maybe it's just that. It's because it's so classic and it's so tried and true that it's hard to not like it.
Yeah.
But, modern game, you gotta have different looks. You got to have different things because younger fans get excited about stuff like that. Got to have it for everybody, not just old stodgy people.
Sorry, I'm texting with Matt Pauley about important radio decisions.
Sure, yeah.
Right now. So.
Right.
Got to be able to do it all. Got to handle it all at
once.
2
things at once, baby.
That's right. Maybe 3. Who knows? So, yeah, we'll hopefully talk to Bill DeWitt III, maybe Anuk. And how far are you going to go back with those guys?
With Bill III since I got here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been around. He's been a part of the organization since I got here in 2006. I don't know Anuk as well. I've met him, but I haven't had much direct confrontation. No direct contact.
I haven't confronted him yet.
My contact tends to be more on the baseball side, and just does.
Yeah,
the people that I talk to, the people that I interact with the most. But no, that's not. I mean, but with ownership and with Bill III, I mean, you've done a million things with those guys.
I tend to see Bill III around a lot.
Yeah, no, he absolutely. One of the main presences at the ballpark and in spring training and everything else. I mean, it was interesting to me, this was not a super shocking development like the way that they're doing this. But I think the interesting thing is Bill III kind of just describing a little bit more of getting more involved and having more time with the baseball side of the business as opposed to the business side of the business, right? Because every sports franchise, I know they're all overseen by a chairman, by an owner, which in this case is Bill Jr. And this is probably more prep for Bill III to be in that role down the road. I don't know that they're going to put it that way, but it sure feels that way because he's been in the business side for 20 plus years, 25 years, and doing more on the baseball side. As he kind of joked about, I must be what did he say? An attentive listener, something like that. Yeah. So he's going to be spending more time with that, and with Anuk in charge of the business, that frees up the time for the third to do that.
Yeah.
So
what would you expect, being a baseball guy, if you were counseling Bill DeWitt III, who wants to become more involved in the baseball side? What advice would you give him? Like, oh, you want to know more about the baseball side? I would pay attention to this.
Just hang out with Heim. I mean, maybe move into the office next to him. No, he's got that too, right? I mean, it's not like he's been uninvolved. He and Bill Jr. and before Heim, it was Mo. They all are together all the time. They talk all the time. The plans that you see unfold in front of you, whether it's the trade market, the draft. The direction of the team in a given year, it was always all of them together making the plan, and whatever you see is the result of what all of them decide. It's never one of them. It's never only Junior or the third. It's always typically those two guys with the baseball leadership. Yeah. And obviously, the business side of it has been under Bill III's watch for all these years.
In Anuk, how well do you know him?
Not as well as I know the other guys. I mean, he's only been around a couple of years.
Confronted him yet.
I haven't had any confrontation with him yet. Maybe we can change that tomorrow. But no, he's so on the business side, you tend to have influence over everything, right? Marketing, ticket sales, the broadcast teams, things along those lines. And I mean, he seems like a great dude. I mean, he's very sharp. He came in a couple years ago, and he's been a big part of how they've tried to change some of the experience at the ballpark to do things like the family section, to adapt on the fly, to have the tarps off section, to have the Friday Night Live that they're talking about, to try to change the vibe so that people can get what they want out of coming to a ball game. Because every one of us that goes to a game wants something a little bit different,
very
right?
True.
Like, I want just nothing but nuts and bolts. I'm there for the game. I don't really care where I sit. I don't care about drink specials. I don't care about concerts. I don't care about fireworks. I'm just there for that.
Yeah, you're fun.
And I know. And there are a lot of people like that, but then there are others that are just looking to be entertained. and they're trying to do that so that everyone can get the experience that they want out of going to the ballpark.
The soundtrack of classic rock is coming to Hollywood Casino Amphitheater August 6th. Leonard Skinner and Foreigner joining forces for one epic night of legendary hits and unforgettable memories. It's the Double Trouble Double Vision Tour. From Sweet Home Alabama to Cold as Ice. Don't miss your chance to experience these two Rock and Roll Hall of Fame acts in one incredible show. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
So Dr. Corey Solman is kind of a strange live endorsement because I don't want anything bad to happen to you guys. I don't want anything bad to happen to my family. And so I kind of hope that you never meet Dr. Solman professionally. But KMOX has a big enough audience out there and thousands of people and car accidents and sports and slip and falls and those kinds of things. Any number of you are going to need to see an orthopedic surgeon. Now, whether you do or not, and let me make this point for this live endorsement. It's not like the olden days when you have to call your general practitioner and get a referral and he sends you to his or her golf buddy. You can call Dr. Corey Solman, 636-231-5881, SolmanOrthopedics.com. Let him know that, hey, I'm from the DGS and I can tell you, proof positive, that does help. That does grease the wheels. That does get you in, especially if it's something emergent. That if someone just took a bad fall or they just had a car accident and you need to see them quick, they will get you in. Whether it's a sprained ankle or it's a green stick compound fracture, a back issue, whatever it happens to be, you can trust Corey. He is one of the best surgeons just when it comes to knowledge and dexterity. He's a very easy guy to talk to, very affable, very charming, very funny. Again, that's Solman, S-O-L-M-A-N, SolmanOrthopedics.com.
Here's a World Soccer Championship Team Spotlight, brought to you by the first ever Infiniti QX65 and by Lowe's. Give your yard its own moment with the new limited time deals from Lowe's.
Mexico opens the tournament as a co-host with the weight of a passionate nation on its back. Their technically brilliant goalkeeper and creative attackers drive a side that has long been built on flair, craft, and an electric home atmosphere.
Don't trust your next outdoor project to some fly-by-night company that makes big promises and who knows where they'll be tomorrow. Chesterfield Fence and Deck is the sign you have the very best for 58 years. That shows staying power. What does it take to be a locally owned company for 58 years? Well, it takes satisfied customers and great word of mouth. That's what Chesterfield Fence and Deck has, because it is the sign you have the very best. And when you pay them the money, they build you a quality product that lasts for years to come. That is a real value. So if you are looking to upgrade, maybe you need a new deck, maybe you would like to have a patio, a pergola, a sunroom, a screen room, or maybe you just need a fence or a gate, whatever it is, big or small, Chesterfield Fence and Deck has got you covered. If you mention me, Debbie Monterey, they'll take 20% off your next outdoor project. Visit them in the Chesterfield Valley or online right now at chesterfieldfence.com. Chesterfield Fence and Deck, the sign you have the very best.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Hoping to have Mr. DeWitt III and Nuck on the show here in the next few minutes, but it's a moving target. You know, they just did a big press conference, and they will be doing it from the KMOX studio at the ballpark with Matt Pauley. So we're just kind of waiting to hear when they're going to be on. So we'll keep it baseball. You know, it's always awkward. You try to get a new topic started, then you have to stop it. So let's talk about the game last night.
Yeah, I mean, last night was not the greatest. They got a nice little comeback there at the very end and almost got the job done. What we saw a little bit of last night was certainly a tough offensive day, which is not that shocking. You know, so far in the month of June, the offense has been phenomenal, so you're not going to be phenomenal every night. But then you saw late kind of the penalty that teams pay when starting pitchers for several days don't go deep into games. Because what happened late in the game yesterday, you have a 0-0 game going into the last inning, and all of your main relievers are down, right? Jojo Romero's down, Riley O'Brien's down, Ryan Stanek probably down. A lot of the guys, George Soriano, down. There are a lot of guys you count on in those close games where the outcome is in question were not available because they were heavily used over the weekend with the short starts in Kansas City. So this is what what Matt and Bernie and Tom and Ron and all of us are talking about a lot when we're talking about the rotation. And you saw it even last night with Leahy being really good.
Yeah.
He got into the seventh inning. He was really good. Even with that, you don't have coverage because of the previous handful of days, which is why we talk so much about that, which is why we've been talking about Matthew Liberatore, because he's had a lot of short starts. And these things do end up with a tax at the end of the day. It may not be the day it happens. It might not be the next day, but eventually you kind of end up with a short bullpen, and you have to go with who you have. And the guys you don't have for that day, you can't just throw everybody out there 3, 4, 5 days in a row, because then you burn them out and they're down for weeks or months. So it's a tough little thing to battle. And that's why we focus so much on the starting pitchers and getting quality out of them and getting at least somewhat deep into games on a regular basis.
This is probably a really stupid question, but a lot of people have to wonder this, knowing that, Nolan Ryan threw 200 pitches and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Humans used to be able to do that. It always seems to me that the relievers are babied too much. Like, why can't they throw 2 or 3 innings every this many days?
Most of it's about training, right? So if you think about how you're trained in any sport, if you don't train, like just say, for example, you're just a regular CrossFitter. You're in amazing shape. You're super strong. You're flexible, but you don't train for the bench press. You're not going to be able to throw 300 pounds on the bench and move it because you're not training for that. And that's kind of what happens in all sports, but especially we're talking baseball here. They're not trained to do that. They're not trained to rein it in and throw at 80, 95%, 80 to 90% effort most of the time. They're dialed in relievers now. It's all gas, no brakes every time you're out there. And the more you do that, the more it limits how often you can work without getting hurt. And what's changed from the days that, we have our buddy Scott Terry on all the time and talks about, having a 4 or 5 man bullpen. And those guys would do that. They would throw 2 or 3 innings, maybe get a day off, and then do it again, and then do it again. Or they would pitch every day, 1 inning at a time. Well, they were trained to do it, but they were also trained to pitch in a different way than guys are now. So you as a sprinter, think about doing a sprint full speed. And so let's say the task today is you've got to complete 10 100-meter runs, each of them under a certain time. Let's say you're a sub 11, you're a sub 10. Let's say they got to all be under 10 seconds. If you space those out and you have an hour to run those 10, your performance is going to be better than if you put them close together and you got to do them all in 10 minutes. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
So that amount of exertion, that amount of effort leads to fatigue. And if you don't get proper rest, then that will lead to injuries eventually. And that's where the changes have come in. We understand more that there are injuries, and the sport has chosen a riskier path when it comes to max effort pitching because it's also more effective.
See, I think I'm making the mistake of I can throw 18 pitches, and then I could come back tomorrow and throw 18 more pitches. Just like.
Well, let me tell you this: go on a mound, and I'm not telling you. I'm talking about anybody out there. You get out on a mound, do a normal, make 30 warm up throws so that you're fully warmed up and you're ready to go, and then throw 20 pitches with as maximum effort, as hard as you can throw them, and then tell me how you feel the next day. Mm-hmm. Now, you're not training for it. You're going to feel worse than they do, but it's the same principle. And they're also doing this while throwing bullpen sessions, playing long toss every single day to make sure that their arm stays in shape. They're running a ton. They're in the gym working out. And it's also partly like we understand the science of this more, where in previous generations, we just didn't know. It's like, all right, well, he says he's good. Let him go. Well, now we say, I don't care if he says he's good. we know that the body needs recovery, just like we know so much more about how important sleep is than we did in previous generations, right? I mean, you hear all the old legends. Well, they were out all night. And guys don't do that now because they know that sleep is a big deal for recovery and injury prevention. And the more knowledge we have of those things, the more it impacts the way players are used.
Are we losing even the concept of the middle reliever?
Oh no, they're all like the emphasis on relievers has never been greater.
Because that seems so important, like what Dobbins did for us.
Oh yeah,
a week or so.
Having
ago.
the long reliever is definitely a little bit more of a luxury, and it sounds like Matt Pauley is ready for us to bring him into the mix from the ballpark because he's there with Bill. It sounds like he's there with Bill DeWitt III. Matt, are you with us?
You, Bill DeWitt III, the brand new CEO of the Cardinals here as well. Anouk Kuruntarante should be joining us here in just a moment. But as mentioned, Bill is here. And Bill, first and foremost, congratulations on what is a very cool day for this organization and also for your family.
Yeah, thanks. It's been a fun day, exciting, and really looking forward to the team we have and what it means for the future.
Bill, this is Dave Glover. We've yet to meet in person, although I have seen you awkwardly in public many times and been weird about not saying hello. So if you're like, there's some bald guy tracking me, that's me.
Okay.
I'm going to let Matt and Kevin Wheeler do most of this interview since they know what they're talking about. But on behalf of myself and the audience, congratulations, and here's to another 30, 40 years with you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been hard to believe it's been 30, and this is our 31st, but hopefully many more to come.
Fantastic. Kev, take it over.
Bill, first of all, congrats. I know you're hearing that a lot today, but it won't get old, so congratulations. It's a very cool thing. I thought it was really interesting listening to you describe what's changing for you in this, because obviously as these titles shift, duties shift. So explain again a little bit how you see this working for you in the short term, and obviously that desire to even get more involved on the baseball side as you've been with the business side for all these years.
Yeah, so I think it's been kind of an evolution over the last, 18 years in my role as team president, but maybe more so in the last 3 or 4 where, a lot of the strategic decisions on the baseball side, I had a seat at the table. And on the business side, I had worked my way up through that. So I kind of knew who everybody was and what their opinions were coming into things like decisions making on the business side. On the baseball side, I was getting things sort of after they had already been baked, so to speak, whether it was a trade deadline thing or something in the off season or how the draft might play out. But I'd look forward to doing a little bit more of a deep dive into the baseball organization so that when those decisions come, while they'll still, of course, be collaborative, there'll just be more context there, and you'll understand where people are coming from and what their roles are, so that you just have a full picture when you're thinking through those things.
Bill, I think it's interesting how you guys have always, whether it's been privately, in regular conversations off the air or on the air in front of microphones, talked about the way that you do things as a group. And I don't just mean you and the family. I'm talking about you, your dad, Mo, before he left, Haim now. Maybe describe a little bit deeper, if you can, for our listeners and for Cardinals fans, the group nature of all of these big decisions, because obviously it's not one person simply saying, let's do this. I know that one person, the chairman, Bill DeWitt Jr., has the hammer if he wants it, but I know that you guys always talk everything through.
That's right. And I think that's been a key part of how we've made decisions. And, I mentioned that I think in other organizations, the chairman, control partner, if you will, sometimes overrules, decision-making recommendations a lot. My father hasn't done that much. He has on occasion, and as I think it's important to do, otherwise maybe you aren't expressing your full opinion in that role. But it's always been very collaborative. And when a big decision happens, it isn't just, me and my dad necessarily, or me and my dad and Mo or Haim. There might be 5 or 6 or 7 people in the room, because you're, ultimately Haim has to rely on a big staff of people to serve up decisions too. And if there's something that needs more research or somebody's opinion isn't fully fleshed out, I think that's how I view my role, is to make sure that those things are all fleshed out, all the information is on the table, and then we can hopefully come to a consensus on something, and you're not overruling anything. You're just, putting that stamp on something that we're all sort of agreeing on.
Bill, is this a good time to kind of be jumping in more on the baseball operation, just in the sense that with what Heim has brought in, there's been a lot of changes and a lot of new stuff, and the whole organization is kind of learning it together at the same time, if that makes sense?
Yeah, it is. I mean, there are a lot of new faces. And Heim, I think, was great that he had been with two other organizations, because while we were, I think, pretty up there, considered industry standard on a lot of things, eventually people start doing things a little differently in other places that work. And so having his perspective like that was healthy for us, and will continue to be. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the timing of where we are right now, more people in the room than ever. And I think it's just that much more important that we sort of know where people are coming from, what their source of truth is related to information, and that we work through decisions together so that everybody can feel like they've had their say. Now, you're always going to have disagreement. You want that. You want people disagreeing about certain things. It means that people have strongly held opinions and have done their homework and feel a certain way. But at the end of the day, you want to hear it all from everybody first.
Bill, you and Kevin and I are around the same age. We've been playing baseball for our whole life. You're in a pretty unique situation, though, the view that you have had the last few decades working with your family. Can you just kind of take that wherever you want, whether it's as a front office guy or even as a fan, how the past 20, 30 years have evolved and what you've seen the changes in baseball?
Yeah, I would say looking back, I don't look back wistfully very often, but this is kind of a moment where that's appropriate. And the one thing that it strikes me is just how much the game has changed and the industry has changed in those 30 years. The fundamental game is the same, but gosh, I mean, when we first got here, I think our revenues were like 70 million, something like that, 70 or 80 million.
That's a 1-year contract for Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, I mean, that's Ohtani, So obviously the growth, the organization has grown to support more revenues and stuff, but so has the industry itself evolved. Teams have gotten more sophisticated. I feel like we were pretty much on the leading edge of that for quite a period of time. Other teams have gotten very professional, very sophisticated. The industry's experienced that growth that we talked about. The economics have changed as a result of it. Some of the disparities have grown. We'll be trying to deal with that in this next CBA. The game itself, I feel like, has gone from pretty close to what I remembered as a kid and then sort of getting involved 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. It didn't feel like it was that much different, to the analytics revolution changing the nature of the game very noticeably. And I'm really proud of the industry, which is not usually open to that much change, for having worked its way through these changes on the field, all of which I've supported and feel great about, some more than others, of course, but the pitch clock in particular, the ABS this year, I just feel like they are taking us into the next generation of fans and making sure that the product on the field is really good. And I feel good about that part of the change as well.
It's interesting, Bill, you mentioned that analytical change, that a lot of this relates to the prevalence in these last 30 years, the growth of technology and the technological impact on all sports. But since we're talking baseball here, specifically baseball, and that has meant a lot more challenges for all teams trying to figure out, all right, we got to find different ways to appeal to fans. And boy, are we seeing that now. We were talking about the ballpark experience and how you guys have been working to shift some things around to make it so that everybody has the experience that they want. The nerd like me gets the nerdy baseball stuff, and the kids get a little bit of fun. And now the tarps off section too. How important is that to continue to seek those ways to appeal to each fan on their terms?
That's very important. And that's one of the things that Nook preached day one when he got here. He's like, we need to really think about the different demographics that we're serving and then have an offering for them that's more specific and tailored to what they want. And so you do that market research, you understand the different groups that are coming to Cardinals baseball, and you have to do some simplifying assumptions a little bit because, 3 million fans, there's 3 million opinions, but there are some patterns that do play out pretty consistently. The Friday Night Live thing has been really cool for young professionals and people that are looking to have a good time. And Family Sundays is an example of a different demo where we're really catering to what they might want to do on Sunday, bringing value to the table. Our Coca-Cola section promotion where everybody, for $30 they get all you can eat. It's pretty funny. That went viral. And we're seeing how people choose to try to beat the house when things are free like that. It's pretty funny. But and then when you have something organic happen, like the Tarps Off section, really thinking hard about, okay, how do we have this become really fun, maybe get bigger, and just put a little bit of our thinking into it and not mess with it too much. I think that was a nice insight that we had there. Let it be organic and don't try to own it. Let it be a fan thing. And I think that's been a comment you've heard from Anook and others. The fans need to be at the center of everything, and we don't need to be the end-all be-all solution to anything. We just need to listen to them and kind of go with where they're going.
How much are you looking forward to? And I know your dad is still very involved, final decision, things like that, but it's 2:15 in the afternoon on July 31st. It's trade deadline day, and Heim comes to you and says, we got a great opportunity. And, by the way, it's going to push payroll a little bit more. How are you looking forward to those type of conversations and being even more involved in those type of baseball decisions?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things that makes this business so exciting is that there are moments in time where like the stakes are high. And obviously there's a lot of money flying around, and you have to look at things through that lens to a certain degree. But when you mix it with all the baseball stuff and what we're trying to achieve, I think if your goals are clear, those decisions get a little easier because you're like, okay, is this consistent with our long-term plan? And if the answer is yes, the answer is probably going to be yes. If it's not, you're going to really labor over the decision if you're going to say yes, if that makes sense.
Bill, I thought one of the most interesting things that came up from you guys during the press conference was when someone asked about the trade deadline. And, of course, we here at KMOX and Sports Department, we're going to be talking about it months ahead of time. And you guys said, it's only about a week until we really start getting active. And I'm curious, what other things do we not understand? Like, you guys live and die.
This could be a long answer, man.
No, I like asking these big ones. Like, you guys, anytime the team has a slump, it's like, oh, the DeWitts are this and they're not that, and why don't they understand this and that? Give us a little look behind the curtain, what it's like to be a DeWitt going through the season.
Boy, that's a good one. I kind of know what you mean in the sense that, and I appreciate the tone of the question, which is like, we don't often see everything going on behind the scenes. And so strongly held beliefs sometimes aren't based on knowledge of what's really happening. And when I see that from fans, I'm like, we love that passion, but you just probably don't understand this or that behind the scenes.
Yeah,
the trade deadline's one of them. Actually, when I said that, I kind of thought to myself, Heim's group's probably teeing up ideas for the trade deadline right now. But, from an ownership standpoint, you're probably not going to dig deep into what options might be out there until about a week or so, So it was more of a comment from an ownership perspective. But yeah, I mean, there's certain things that I'll give you another example of when that occurs is like when you read about a possible trade that somebody has dreamed up.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're like, this is what the Cardinals should do, and this is what X team should do, and they should do this trade. And here's why. And you're like, wow, that's a good analysis, except for the fact that you're not considering, this other player makes $100 million and like we don't have the room for that or something. I'm making that up, but often there's things just missing. So it's very cool to see, and sometimes they're cool ideas, but I do sometimes think that classic baseball trades are the most fun when money is not an object. Let's just say it's two young players or something, and you need a pitcher and they need a hitter, and you swap for those reasons. Those are fun because it almost feels like fans have a good feel for those because they don't necessarily need all that other background info. But that's an example of where fan input actually can play a role.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I was looking for.
I'm sorry for sending all those ideas, Bill. I apologize.
That is Bill DeWitt, the third new Chief Executive Officer for the Cardinals. Bill, thank you so much. We're going to transition to Anook. I know you've got a lot going on, so we'll let you get out of here. But thank you so much for taking some time with us today. And again, congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Bill.
So with that, we'll welcome on to the show right now. He is Anook Karunaratne. He is now the President of Business Operations for the Cardinals. It wasn't that long ago that he was brought in, replacing Dan Farrell in a vice president role. And he's somebody who went to Wash U, was working with the Toronto Blue Jays. And Anook, it's great to see you. And I love the story of you having a connection to St. Louis, being a Wash U guy, and now here just a few years later after joining the organization, you've got a really big role with a president title. Congratulations, first off, and I'm sure you feel great about this.
Yeah, thank you. I certainly couldn't have predicted that it would play out this way. That's kind of the fun thing about how this works out. But incredible organization. I think we're at a juncture where there's an opportunity to really shape what the next 2 decades of Cardinal baseball can be. And, Chaim has articulated it, and we're all on the same page on really being aligned on that ambition. And so it's exciting, and certainly there's always a personal component of that when there's changes like this. But for me, even more than, a personal accolade, I'm just excited to be, involved in helping steward this amazing franchise.
Look, this is Dave Glover. We've yet to meet, but I'm going to turn you over to Kevin Wheeler here pretty quick. But I just wanted to say congratulations. I look forward to meeting you. As a fellow WashU grad, we should probably be best friends.
So you're getting hit up by the collections office too, I'm sure.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. I keep referring them to you.
Right. Yeah. Thank you.
Go ahead, Kev.
No, congratulations. It's been, maybe it doesn't seem this way to you, and you can answer the question. Boy, it seems like it has to have been a whirlwind for you. You come to a new place. I know you had familiarity with the WashU connection, but a new team with a role that was really significant. And over these last 2 years, there's been a lot of change.
There has, yeah. I mean, it is, like I said, one of the compelling things about this opportunity was there's not a lot of franchises that are as iconic and significant as the Cardinals. And to join at a time when there's so many things that need to kind of get figured out and transition required from, the ownership transition that was, announced today to, Chaim coming in. Mo was planning on retiring. We need to renovate the stadium. There's a whole bunch of industry issues that are ongoing, from media to, labor to everything else. Like, it is a very, and then, the team performance element of the Cardinals, like so many different things changing at the same time that that was a challenge that was really exciting to me. I've always been someone that would rather be working on a challenging situation than, and a simple and easy one. So this really made sense for me.
I know there's still a lot that you guys want to accomplish, but is it rewarding knowing that we've seen attendance tick up a little bit? We've seen the TV situation get figured out. We've seen the gambling situation get figured out. There's still stuff to happen, but some of those big things, maybe not fully checked off, but you can see the check mark, kind of starting.
Yeah, I think we're making great progress. I wouldn't say it's rewarding. It kind of, in some places, reinforces what we thought, or reinforced what we thought we needed to do. And in other places, we've learned about changes we need to make to the new initiatives we've done. But this is very much a long-term approach, and it's rooted in really understanding and doing what we think our fans want, to see and hear and feel from the Cardinals. And that's going to be a process that evolves, and that mindset is applied to media. It's applied to the ballpark experience. It's really applied to every aspect of our business, and it's an iterative process. So, yeah, I mean, it's always great to celebrate those wins, but we still have a lot of work to do.
Anook, are there things about the way the business ops work or elements of it, and you don't have to get into the details, but are there things that maybe we wouldn't think of off the top of our head that would fall under that umbrella or that would impact these game day experiences and things along those lines?
I'm sure there are. It is when you get under the hood, I was telling someone yesterday, once you work in the business side of sports and you see all of the different parts of the business organization, it's very hard to go to a game and see it the same way, because you're thinking about the people in the control room running the scoreboard. There's like 30 people that sit in the scoreboard room to make the scoreboard work and to, put all the stats and the content on there. And that's just one example of, if you're just sitting there as a fan experiencing it, you're not thinking about who's choosing the song that is playing right now. How do they time the breaks on the scoreboard? You're thinking about the logistics and the operation of people in the ballpark and how they're flowing and how long the lines are and how friendly the ushers are or not. And that's just like game day operations. Right. And then, then there's everything from marketing, content creation, digital advertising, ways that we engage with our fans through social media or other owned and operated channels like that. There's ticket sales, there's sponsorship, there's broadcast media, there's the food and beverage business, there's a retail business, and then there's the whole back office operation of legal, finance, HR, IT, analytics. So there's a lot of different components to it. That's one of the things that makes it really fun and adds a lot of variety, to my day-to-day, because there's so many different things that are going on. And one of the things we're trying to do is really coordinate those things, because in the end, we've talked a lot about this, fans have one experience when they come to the ballpark, even though there's like 50 different touch points that are managed by different groups in our organization. And we really need to be coordinated, and we need to be in sync to deliver a cohesive experience to people.
Can you speak to the importance of being nimble? Let's talk about tarps off for a second, because that happens organically, and within a day, Ollie's buying out a couple sections, and then within 3 days, you guys are blowing out 3 sections where people have season tickets. So you got to reseat people. You got to make the decision that we're going to basically take these seats off the market and create this general admission area for people who want to come in and take their shirts off and go crazy. For all that to happen in a really short amount of times in reaction to something that happened organically, how important is just being nimble to your job and to just any successful organization?
I think it's really important. I mean, that's something we've prioritized. And being nimble, meaning, we're able to move quickly without compromising our standards of what experience we want to deliver or how we work together internally. And to me, being nimble is we can stay coordinated and move quickly. And this was a really good example of that. It's something we've been working on, but it was everyone from stadium operations to the ticket sales group to the marketing and content groups and social media. Like all of those different groups had to talk about what makes sense, figure out how to relocate tickets, move ushers to different sections, and communicate a different standard of fan conduct than we typically see and expect at Busch Stadium. And being nimble is definitely important, because if you're not, you miss those opportunities.
Anook, thank you so much for your time. Once again, congratulations. Look forward to meeting you in person soon, and all the best for, again, the continued success over the decades.
Thank you, guys, and look forward to seeing you in Seattle or in St. Louis whenever you guys are here.
This is Jordan Walker. Celebrate Black Heritage Day, presented by your quality Ford dealers on Sunday, June 28th at Busch Stadium. This special culture and community event honors the impact, history, and legacy of the Black community in baseball and beyond. With a special themed ticket, you'll receive an exclusive Cardinals jersey designed by Corey Rogers. And don't miss a special heritage celebration in Budweiser Terrace before the game. Details and tickets at cardinals.com/theme.
The weekend starts at Busch Stadium. Grab your crew and kick it off at Friday Night Live. Every Friday night home game, Budweiser Terrace turns into the hottest happy hour in the Lou. With $5 beers, $5 hot dogs, $7 margaritas, live music, and more, all game long. Meet up with friends, soak in the energy, and keep the night going with baseball under the lights. Good vibes, great deals, your new Friday tradition. Get tickets now at cardinals.com.
All right, guys, we are witnessing soccer on the world's biggest stage right now here in the United States, and FanDuel Sportsbook, which is the official sportsbook of KMOX and of Kevin Wheeler as well. They're helping change the game. Now, not the game that you're going to be watching, but the way that you get to play on the FanDuel Sportsbook, because sometimes you've got some action on a particular player, and, well, that player gets subbed off. Maybe it's an injury, maybe it's dehydration, maybe it's just strategic. You know, they want to go for a different skill set later on in a match. Well, sometimes that hurts you, and when that player goes off, your bet goes with them. But that's not going to happen anymore with the FanDuel Super Sub. If your player is subbed out, your bet stays in, and even if that player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute that steps in there. So you're still in the game all the way until the final whistle, and all you need to do to be a part of it and have fun with what's going on in the soccer world here in the States now is visit FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started, and then let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Just remember, you have to be 21 or older and present in Missouri, and if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
For years, Gone South has been a podcast about crime in the American South. But for our new season, we're widening the lens. Through deeply reported, narrative-driven stories, we're digging into the myths, scandals, and power structures that still shape the South, and, in a lot of ways, the country itself. Follow and listen to Gone South Season 5, an Odyssey podcast, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows.
Tell you guys, as I do every day, about my friend Dr. Kathy Maupin at BioBalance Health. And it's funny because I've said this before that, hey, maybe you're not ready now, but maybe in a year from now you can think about it. And I recently ran into a couple of listeners last time I was at Bio a couple weeks ago. And one of them in particular, this lady, who I'm going to guess was in her 40s, said, I listen to you all the time. I've, tracked your journey with Dr. Maupin and the pellets. And I know you didn't get them last year and all this kind of stuff. It's always weird people knowing, your life. But I tell you every day. And she said, what you said worked with me. That I was feeling fine. And then a couple years after that, I just kept telling my husband how I don't feel good today. I don't feel good today. And she was in to have her test results read. I don't know what they are, obviously, but, there's a good chance maybe she'll need the pellets. And if she gets them like Trish and I do, she will feel much, much better. And I think you would as well. If there are any bad side effects, I've never felt them. They've certainly not risen to the level that I noticed them. Right next door in the parking lot is BioBalance Skin. Make your face look as young and line-free and wrinkle-free as possible without any cutting or permanency. BioBalanceHealth.com.
Here's a World Soccer Championship Team Spotlight, brought to you by the first ever Infiniti QX65 and by Lowe's. Give your yard its own moment with the new limited time deals from Lowe's.
Argentina arrives as defending champions, anchored by its aging but peerless creative forward, the greatest of his generation. Behind him, a disciplined midfield and explosive wide attackers make them a threat from every angle.
At EasyCater, we believe every workday gets better with great food. The 9 a.m. staff meeting? How about breakfast burritos and lots of coffee? Big client presentation at noon? Let's do Mediterranean bowls. Accounting's gotta work late. Keep them pepped up with spicy noodles. With EasyCater, you get a huge variety of favorite restaurants with tools to help meet dietary needs and stay on budget, all on one platform. So make every workday better with EasyCater. Start an order at easycater.com.
Amendment 4 on the August ballot hides some ugly facts. It would create a new minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that are citizen-led.
I just say no to that.
Amendment 4 permanently ends majority rule for citizen-led ballot issues.
I'm a no on 4.
Politicians put Amendment 4 on the ballot to severely limit citizens' constitutional power.
I say no on 4.
4 is a power grab by politicians. It lets one congressional district veto reforms backed by the majority of voters statewide, giving as few as 5% of voters control over the rest of us.
That's why I say no to 4.
4 would make it nearly impossible to rein in out-of-control politicians.
I say heck no.
4 takes away our constitutional power we've used for over 100 years to pass reforms that politicians wouldn't. Keep majority rule and your power. Just say no to Amendment 4. It's an ugly politician power grab. Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
For men over 50, staying healthy shouldn't feel complicated. Neovitin Men's 50 Plus is a doctor-formulated daily multivitamin designed to support everyday wellness with just 2 tablets a day. You can subscribe at neovitin.com for convenient monthly delivery right to your door, or find Neovitin Men's 50 Plus at your local Deerbergs or Schnucks. All Neovitin vitamins are manufactured in a GMP-certified facility in the USA and are designed for real, everyday routines. Make nutrition easy with Neovitin Men's 50 Plus.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app. The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, DGS and KMOX. Thanks for sticking with us. That was a weird hour and a half, but you get a chance to talk to the new boss of the Cardinals. You do it. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be stable. That's a very stable group of people.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to see wild radical changes that will upset you.
Yeah.
But you're going to see, I mean, I think what's interesting now is just how it all ties together, because the business side has been working on its own thing, and they got their own challenges separate from the baseball side.
Yeah.
But then they do tie together when it comes to payroll.
Oh, I forgot to ask him the most important question.
What's that?
I wanted to get him to commit that I could have U-Man's job when U-Man dies, because I know U-Man's never retiring. So
I'm like thinking about John passing.
Yeah, let's not.
Look, none of us will be prepared, but it's just important that I'm next in line. No, I would never get that job. That's a voice guy job.
It's a little harder than you think.
Oh, I think it's hard.
Yeah.
No, I trust.
I mean, I'm sure U-Man's got it nailed
easy.
after all these years. I'm sure it's not hard to him.
Yeah.
But I had to do it one day, and I was like, oh boy.
A lot of moving parts.
Also, yeah, let's not say something really stupid in front of all these people who are looking at you. I say stupid things sometimes.
We all say stupid things down there. Today is National Day of Joy.
Joy.
To the world.
Means whatever you want it to mean.
Mm-hmm.
Just go out and be joyous.
It's something the commentators bring up in tennis a lot. Is like, you can see the joy. The joy in their play. I'm like, okay. It just feels like they randomly settled on that word.
Yeah.
It's a little odd, but it's fine.
Yeah.
You want a couple of fun facts? Do we have time?
We have.
This will be our
40
last.
seconds.
This will be our last weird segment. Well,
don't say that.
Unintentionally
Don't
weird.
make promises we can't keep.
Yeah, that's so true. I'll just tell you that the highest grossing actor of all time, so they were in movies that made the most amount of money, not who you think, Stan Lee.
Oh, that
because
makes
of his
sense.
cameos in the
Yeah.
Marvel movies.
Yep.
How about that?
It's pretty
So
amazing.
he wasn't personally paid the most. He was just in the
You're
highest.
in the movie, the
Yes.
highest grossing movies, yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Well, all of those movies make big money.
Tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts. And I'm going to be a little schmaltzy here. Even though I've been doing this for 26 years, doesn't mean that I'm not capable of being emotional about it. And like I always say, growing up as an Illinois kid, listening to KMOX, always knowing who Mosby was, when they contacted me a couple of years ago and said, hey, Dave, we'd like you to be a spokesperson for us, it was a big deal. It really was. Like, I felt like, wow, this is perfect. You know, you're on KMOX, you're doing lives for Mosby. Like, this is great. So I've always been very privileged, felt very privileged to be talking about them. I truly do think they are the absolute gold standard in St. Louis remodeling. They can do any house in your home or outside of your home. They're doing these freebies during the summer. Last month they were doing kitchen giveaways. This month they're doing siding and laundry room. If you do a whole house of siding, we will throw in the gutters for free. If you have that covered, you can take 5% off the siding. Laundry rooms are going to give you a free washer and dryer. If you have that covered, take another 5% off of that. 314-909-1800. Call Mosby.com.
The thing that you need in the morning, when you first wake up.
Total Information AM.
I like to be informed with the news and like to know, like in the mornings, I like to know what's going on.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
It's always smart to know what's going on.
Your morning news and information.
The national and local news.
Weather.
Sports.
I like the traffic reports.
Total Information AM.
I listen to it in the mornings, so it really gets me going.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9 on the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
It's 2:29, and this time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Mizzou football is almost here. Get ready for the season opening kickoff and Como game on Thursday, September 3rd, with 4 tickets for only $80. Be there to see the finished Memorial Stadium Centennial Project, a deal for the entire family to enjoy the home opener. Let's keep the sellout streak alive and bring the energy as we kick off the 100th anniversary of Memorial Stadium. Purchase your 4 tickets for $80 at mutigers.com/kickoff in Como. MIZ.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
Let's keep an eye out for a quick little shower or thunder shower, but that action is limited going through the afternoon. Otherwise, partly sunny skies, 84. Nothing more than a spot shower tonight, though lots of clouds around 67. Unsettled times. Another good punch of moisture coming in Thursday night, and Friday with changeable skies and periods of rain and thunderstorms. Heavy downpours at times, though it's not really a severe weather setup. Mid-80s on Thursday and again on Friday, 89 Saturday, 95 on Sunday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sponsored by Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty 314-325-6888.
Need to sell your home and you want the most money? The name to remember is Gloria Lou. Yes, Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty at 314-325-6888 and start packing.
Let me tell you one of the reasons I think we became the largest injury firm in the world, and it's not even close. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. My wife and I had a plan early on. In our firm, our lawyers only work on certain types of cases. Our products liability and dangerous drug lawyers only work on those cases. Same for car crashes, workers' compensation, medical malpractice, and insurance disputes. Our thinking is for these lawyers to focus on one area of the law and live it and breathe it. Power comes from knowledge. Many lawyers do everything, jack of all trades. Not us, and we don't charge an hourly rate. You only pay us if we win. If you want to hire us, it's easy. Dial Pound Law on your cell phone, pound 529, or visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer from the comfort of your own home. Let us get to work for you. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Today, the Cards, the D-backs.
Ameren Total Access 550. First pitch 645.
Cardinals Radio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Saw that my friend Sarah was on the stream, and she and her husband got married on the Dave Glover show 14 years ago, and they were talking about doing a rededication of their vows on the show. Come on in. Come on in.
Today's their anniversary?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
Yeah,
I remember it well. She's very sweet.
Yeah, I wasn't there, but she has sent like pictures on Twitter
Yeah.
and stuff before, and very, very nice.
Very cool.
Really cool that like so much stuff like that has happened on the show.
I know. Isn't it great? Just
so many wonderful moments that like
absolutely
you'll never even be able to recall. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So many inside jokes and funny moments that it's like, yeah, right. Oh, right.
Yeah,
like banana time yesterday.
I
with Dave Murray.
hadn't thought of banana time in a very
In a
long
very
time.
long time. And then it was like, man.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Couple of Trump things, just to get them out of the way. Rachel, you're not going to be able to see the reflecting pool. They put fences up.
What?
Yeah, they put fences up around the reflecting pool.
Dude, this is late. I'm going to D.C. at the end of next month. Very, very excited. I was really looking forward to Lincoln Memorial and the reflecting pool. And I was like, all this nonsense was going on with it. But as of last week, I'm like, it'll be open in time for my trip.
And maybe it will. That's an eternity in Trump time.
What do the fences look like?
They're just big, tall, 10-foot fences, chain link fences.
Wait. I guess the point is not to people not see it. The point is for people to can't go up to it.
Yeah, so keep the vandals away.
Okay.
And Trump is quadrupling down on the vandals, cutting it up, and although he's changing his story. Because when he said there's a 350-foot slit down the middle, and people are like, oh, well, then why are all these big chunks coming up on the side? And now he's changed it. He said, like, well, they made hundreds of cuts.
Yeah.
They were just, and all this stuff. He's threatening to sue ABC for covering the story, which you would think he would want everyone to cover the story so he can find the real killers like OJ, right?
I mean,
like if you really are trying to sell us that a bunch of vandals with pocket knives did this, and I heard a couple of pool experts on national media who are just taking this apart and talking about how the whole project was stupid. They did it the wrong way. You can't do this. You can't do that. X, Y, Z. Even if it's done correctly and you cut a slit right down the middle, it wouldn't affect it. So anyway, and July 4th is saved. The 250th anniversary party is saved. Added to the entertainment that night is Kash Patel's girlfriend, who is a country singer, and she is just lighting up the internet already, defending herself, saying, I got this gig on my own accord. It had nothing to do with my boyfriend.
Right.
I couldn't agree more.
Just like Jared and Ivanka got jobs in the White House because of their merit and not because of who their father was.
Man, once I learn that girl's name, I'm going to go download her album. Wait, she probably doesn't even have an album.
And you know what? Here's the thing. She could be great.
I doubt it.
She could be the second coming of Tammy Wynette, and I would just be like, you're a joke. 22% of men believe they could defeat a chimpanzee in a fist fight.
How many? What percentage?
22.
Those are 22% of men that will be dead once that fight starts. Because the rest of us are like, we're out of here. We're not doing this.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Fist, but like, what is a fist fight?
Right.
with
Well,
a
like, I guess it just
chimpanzee?
means no weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
So
no.
hand to hand.
No, your face will be ripped off. I don't think they really understand. Like, you see the cute little chimps in movies, and you're like, haha, they're cute. Those guys are tough, man.
Yeah.
They will
You ever see
literally
those guys
tear you
that
apart.
lose their hair?
Yeah.
They're just
The chimps that, the ones that have alopecia.
ripped.
Dude, they're nothing but muscle.
Yeah.
That's nothing. I mean, how do you think you swing through trees? You'd be strong as hell to do that stuff. Think about doing a pull-up and how hard that is. And those guys just do that for fun.
Think about if your feet were hands. what would you be able to accomplish?
Well, and also if you had, like, giant teeth.
Yeah.
Tear people's faces off.
Yikes. I was just thinking about, Rach, you're probably too young for this, but trust me, when you get to be my age, one of the greatest things in life, and I'm sure a lot of you out there listening get this and understand, one of the greatest things in life is when you have plans to do something and the other person cancels the plans. That's sweet. Because then you don't have to be the one who cancels it, but you don't have to go.
But what if you want to?
You're crazy talking.
Man, here's the thing.
No one wants to go to things.
I never want to go. Kevin, how many times are we hanging out after the show and I'm like, I got to do this thing tonight.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go, but I know once I go, I'm going
You're
to
going to have fun. Yeah.
And like 100% of the time, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
So I've just been kind of trying to remind myself of that recently when I'm like, I don't want to go. It's like, once I'm there, I'm going to be happy I'm there. It's just the anticipation that I dread, I guess.
There are things that you don't want to do. You know, I mean, like, there are things like, I got to go do this thing. That's normal. But, I mean, there are things you want to go to. Right?
I dread everything.
Really?
Yeah.
You dread going to the Cardinals games that you go to?
Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's something that, like, if it was on the schedule, you'd be like, I cannot wait. I can't wait.
Boy, it'd have to be pretty special. Hair transplant?
What about, like, dinner at an amazing restaurant?
Yeah. The easier the activity.
Okay.
It's not even how great it is. It's more like, how easy is it?
Yeah, how close to home.
So if it's 10 minutes from home instead of 40 minutes from home,
yeah,
it's different, right?
All bricks in the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
I get you.
Only takes one bad brick, though, to send me over the edge.
I get it.
Also, going back to the reflecting pool, I may not have this exactly right, but I think I do. Evidently, Trump has given another no-bid contract to the same guy, Biff Stew. If you've seen this guy, oh my God, he looks like he's cosplaying something. Convicted felon. And I'm thinking, did we not get a warranty on this thing?
Yeah, does he not have to do the work for free to fix it?
But Trump let him out of that by saying it was vandals.
So he gets paid twice.
He gets paid twice.
We get to pay him twice.
Isn't it great when people just say things and don't, like, I don't know, prove what they're saying is real? That may be the biggest disease we have in the country right now.
Amen.
Is people can just say things and they don't have to back it up.
And it wasn't always that way, kids. You used to be able to stop
Like, if you
someone
got
in their
evidence of that,
tracks.
why aren't the videos on the nightly news every night going, see, here are the vandals doing their thing at this reflecting pool? I mean, there's no chance that part of the city, that part of the Capitol doesn't have cameras all over the place.
Yeah.
Plus, there's always people there. And by the way, weren't we told when the new paint was going in that it was such durable paint? It's like you couldn't even cut it if you wanted to. It's
Andy,
like
do we still have the sound from yesterday of that?
350-foot gash-proof paint.
Do we still have the sound from yesterday of when Trump was saying this will last 50 years? You can't even cut this with a knife.
I mean,
oh, sorry, he was potted down.
Oh, sorry.
Is it number one, Andrew?
Number 2.
This will last for at least 50 years, and you'll never have a leak. It's very strong. You couldn't, if you had a knife, I don't want to give anybody ideas. If you had a knife, you can't even cut it. So strong.
They cut it very violently. The same thing with the floor. They cut it.
I was joking when I was like, you couldn't even put a 350-foot.
No.
He said that.
I know.
That was like 3 days ago.
That's so funny. I'm sorry.
If I could be there
It's
at
called the
one of those,
Titanic. You couldn't sink it if you tried.
if I could be there, I would sacrifice my whole career just to take my phone out when he says what he said. And like, here's what you just said 2 weeks ago, and
I don't
play
know
that.
why people don't do that.
Well, I mean, obviously, if you do that, you're going to get run out.
Yeah,
you're going to lose your position, maybe lose your job.
Go down in history.
Yeah. I mean, like, you literally just said you can't do the thing you're accusing people of doing.
Yeah.
And then not showing us the evidence that that thing ever even happened to begin with, when everybody who knew the plans initially said, hey, this is probably going to happen because it's going to be darker. That'll attract more sun. That'll warm it up. And that's, we already have problems with algae in the reflecting pool. That'll probably make it worse. Like, people said that in real time beforehand.
Yeah.
And then, just pour paint thinner in there.
It's interesting. The pool experts that I heard were saying, the hydrogen peroxide, it's not great, but if they did the job well, it should be impervious to those kind of chemicals. So they don't think that's what it was.
Oh.
They think that this cat just did a terrible job for $14 million.
I gotcha.
And that it was, if you had just fenced the thing in from the day they finished, everything that's happened would be happening. The algae would be there. The pieces will be breaking off because they didn't let it sit long enough. They didn't let it dry enough. They just did a bad job.
Okay. So it's almost then what happens when you give somebody a no-bid contract who probably shouldn't have gotten one?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'm serious. Trump screwed us again by saying it was vandalism. Otherwise, I'm sure we had to have.
So now the United States taxpayer has to pay twice.
Yes. To the same guy.
To the penguin.
The guy that just demonstrated that he can't do the job that you're paying him to do. So, tell you guys about John Moriarty at E3 Wealth. If you don't own a business, but you're concerned about your finances and you'd like a financial planner, a financial coach, by all means, call John. He's happy to do that for you. He's very, very good at it. Really easy to work with. Very nice guy. Very affable. Very soft-spoken. But if you do own a business or you're an entrepreneur, then John's going to be especially excited because that's really his true passion, his true love, right in the middle of his Venn diagram, helping people with financial planning and business coaching who have businesses. It's everything from, hey, look, I have a $1 million a year business. My goal is to get it to $10 million, or I have a $10 million a year business and it's been very good to me and I want to hand it down to my kids, or I want to sell this thing outright. Can you help me put it on the market and find some potential buyers? He does all that stuff. All you have to do is reach out to him at e3wealth.com.
Bill, that's a big smile for an old politician.
I'm thinking about our plan. It's slick enough to make a lobbyist blush. First, we hoodwink voters with Amendment 5. Tell them it's a tax cut. Once they're hooked, we decide who pays the higher taxes.
So it's not a tax cut plan, and we don't get a say?
Right, just swaps who pays the tax, but it does remove 3 voter-passed taxpayer constitutional protections. That lets us levy new taxes on services, increase sales taxes, and even tax home sales. And voters will no longer get to vote on tax hikes.
Higher sales taxes on groceries, gas, service taxes on doctor visits, childcare, and even rent on apartments. Jeez. Taxes could exceed 20%.
Sure, they figure that up to 80% of taxpayers will pay more taxes. Many, hundreds more. Seniors, they'll get hit even harder, but our big donors will cut a fat hog.
The ones getting butchered by Amendment 5 are most taxpayers. I'm voting no on 5.
Paid for by Missourians for fair taxation.
It's 2:47. This time check is sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Get ready for a night back with legendary hits and non-stop energy. Brian Adams is bringing the Roll with a Bunches tour to Enterprise Center Friday, July 24th.
Hello, this is Brian Adams.
Sing along to the classics as Brian Adams delivers an unforgettable night of rock anthems. Plus, special guests Pat Benatar and Neil Girardo. Brian Adams, July 24th. For more info, KMOX.com. /events.
The new Omaha Steak Store is now open in Baldwin at 15305 Manchester Road in Central Plaza. Stop in today and save 50% store-wide on legendary steaks, burgers, and more. Plus, get doorbuster deals starting at just $19.99. Discover the Omaha Steaks difference today at the new store at Central Plaza in Baldwin.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. The DGS, we like to be community-minded, and anytime you guys have a fundraiser or something, you can reach out to Andrew, and we would love to get you on the show and tell people about it. Today we have Jessica Smythe, early childhood principal at Premier Charter School, talking about the Macklin Mile, which is going to be June 27th. Jessica, nice to meet you. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So let's just go right to it. Tell us about the Macklin Mile.
Yeah, the Macklin Mile is a really, really amazing event that is hosted right here in South City, St. Louis. It's a really family-friendly event. While they do have competitive races, they also have like a kids' dash, local vendors, music. It's just a really neat event for the community.
And what does it benefit? Who does it benefit?
So every year they are raising money for different organizations, and this year they are raising money for the Pettigrew Society. This is a nonprofit that helps cancer patients with just various supports that are free of charge, so medical supplies, nutritional supplements, transportation, things like that.
Very nice. And you guys at Premier Charter School have been a longtime sponsor. Tell us about Premier.
Yeah, this is our 3rd year as a sponsor for them, and it's we have kind of gotten involved because we're located in South City, right at the top of a little bit of a hill and incline. So our school is at the start of this event, and we are a charter school, a school of choice here in St. Louis. We are pre-K through 8th grade. It is a public school, so anyone with a St. Louis City zip code can apply to come to our school. And something kind of unique, we're a really big campus with about 20 acres right here in the heart of the city, which is pretty hard to find.
Very nice. Jessica, since I have you, I want to use you a little bit here.
Yeah.
As you know, because you see the media as well, everything's going to hell in a handbasket with education, and kids can't read, and they can't this, they can't that. We know for sure it's not the kids. Kids haven't changed. Being on the ground in education, tell me your version. Tell me what's actually going on out there.
Yeah, well, I think that there are a lot of changes in the world, but one thing that has remained the same with PCS is our mission and our vision of this community involvement, hands-on learning, project-based learning, getting our kids involved in things well beyond the classroom, and that's where we see a lot of success with our students. We have these core values of respect, responsibility, and caring. We are a school of character. We really embody that, which is why we get involved in events like this. We want our kids to see, we really teach the whole child. So academics are a big part of that, but being a valuable member of our community is just as important to us.
Excellent. I love that. So that's the premier charter school. The Macklin Mile is going to be June 27th. You can find it online at Macklin with a D, macklinmile.com. Anything else we need to tell the people, Jessica?
No, we'd love to see you there. We'll have a tent set up at the end of the race. So come, even if you don't want to do the race, come to the event, check us out, come to our table if you have any questions or if you're interested in our school.
Excellent. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you. Bye.
Appreciate it. I really have a heart for people who teach. I mean, God love you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get paid nearly enough.
Well, it's also not an easy job.
Not at all.
Especially, too, when you hear so many stories, and I mean, I have so many family members that are teachers, so you hear them directly, too, about having to buy some of your own supplies or whatever. Like, why?
Yeah.
What are we choosing to do that precludes us from having those things covered?
Yeah. I remember being younger before I had kids, and the whole, oh, people buy houses where there are good schools. That's boring. And then you mature and you grow up and you have kids. And especially now that my kids are grown, I see it even more. We always wanted our kids to be in the best schools they could. And we, the private school and the whole bit. And it worked fine. They're great. Both thriving, college, the whole thing. But now looking back, I almost get a little chill up my spine. Thank God we were able to send them to good schools, because the deviation in their lives from having a bad education and a good education, you know what I'm saying? It's so absolutely critically important.
Yeah. I mean, when we moved here, we only looked at areas where schools had good reputations. That was our first filter. And then from there it was about, okay, does it have this kind of yard? Can it, will our dogs be okay? But that was the first filter, and I'm sure it's the same for a lot of people moving, especially if you're moving from out of town to a new place.
Mm-hmm.
When you retire, the paycheck from your job will likely stop. But here's what won't stop: bills, taxes, and medical issues. Sure, there's Social Security, but that may not be enough. Steve All and his team at the All Financial Group can show you potential ways to develop a new stream of income that can last as long as you live. Kind of like having your own personal pension. You won't have to worry about whether the market is up or down or who's sitting in the White House. You can spend your time instead on the things that matter, like family, friends, and doing the things you never had time to do before. Call Steve All today at 636-230-8824. That's 636-230-8824, and schedule a custom income review at no charge. Or find us online at yourmoneymattersstl.com. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined, and the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
All right, guys, Kevin Wheeler for FanDuel Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of KMOX. And I like to brag a bit. They're my official sportsbook going back longer before that time because I've been with them for years and years because it's so much fun. And they do a really good job of kind of bringing the extra fun to you as you're playing along with the biggest sporting events in the world. So right now, the United States is the biggest stage in the world of soccer, and FanDuel is helping change the game in the way that you experience it. Not what you're going to see, but how your experience is going on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Because sometimes you get some action on a player, and that player gets subbed off, and there goes your bet right down the tubes. Well, not anymore. Not with FanDuel's Super Sub. So if the player you have some action on is subbed out, your bet stays in, because if your player leaves the match, the bet continues with the substitute that comes in and takes his spot. So whether it's an injury, it's heat-related, it's just strategic because of the game circumstances, you're still in it until the final whistle with FanDuel's Super Sub. So just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get yourself started, and then let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Always remember you have to be 21 or older and present in Missouri to play. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
A common question I receive is, how is the market right now? It just seems so volatile. Hi, I'm Christina Straight, owner of Straight Realty. If you want to buy or sell but feel overwhelmed by the whiplash of the market, then let's talk. With over 23 years as a broker, I have the exact experience you need to help you navigate this tricky market. Call me at 314-441-4444. 314-441-ALL-4s. And remember, why pay more than two?
Commissions are not regulated and are negotiable. Straight Realty is a licensed broker in the state of Missouri.
Celebrating 100 years of informing and entertaining. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. The voice of St. Louis.
At 3 o'clock, we have clouds and 84 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Maria Aquina, in for Michael Calhoun. Our top story at this hour, the county's budget committee meeting and expected to recommend funding for the health care program at the County Justice Center. Earlier today, Councilwoman Shalonda Webb had a meeting with Healthcare Director Dr. Kanika Cunningham.
I was the only member of the press in the 40-minute long meeting that could have amounted to an email and matched the feeling of a petty divorce hearing. Council Chairwoman Shalonda Webb says she learned the jail needs more than what they cut to cover a contract for healthcare workers through this year.
As we learned in the CDL meeting today, there needs to be additional funding added to the original request.
Health Director Dr. Kanika Cunningham says you can't compare the cost of health care at a facility like the jails from one year to the next.
We have a sicker population. Healthcare costs have increased. So it was the budget policy coordinator. We were able to convince the councilwoman to give additional extra money.
Outside St. Louis County headquarters, Sean Malone, KMOX News.
The Cardinals announcing an organizational leadership transition today.
Bill DeWitt Jr. will remain chairman and principal owner of the St. Louis Cardinals, but his son Bill DeWitt III has been promoted to CEO, expanding his leadership responsibilities to both baseball and business operations. Anuk Karunaratne is now the president of business operations. DeWitt III says the parties have essentially already been filling these roles.
Today's announcement's really part of a planning process that's been in place for a few years. In some ways, it's not that big of a change, as all of us up here have been working together closely, for a couple years now. But in formalizing these roles, we're just firming up the leadership structure that will lay the foundation for the next wave of organizational and team success.
With Hein Bloom serving as the president of baseball operations, the club is hopeful to have a stable leadership structure for years to come. At Busch Stadium, Matt Pauley, KMOX Sports.
And if you're heading down to the game this weekend, MoDOT tells us the Interstate 44 closure over the sinkhole at Broadway and Biddle downtown should reopen sometime this weekend. Engineer Jen Wade says the focus is on that column.
If things stay the way they are right now, we're not concerned at all. However, nothing about a sinkhole says it's going to stay the same regardless, right? So we needed to make sure that we did everything we could to protect it.
That means reducing vibration on the bridge above so they could see all of the material against the column. Pride Fest is this weekend. St. Louis Mayor Kara Spencer ordering a curfew for the Forest Park Southeast neighborhood, which includes the Grove, but this does not include downtown. KMOX asks St. Louis Police Chief Robert Tracy about some discrepancies regarding early bar closures in the Grove.
My understanding of where we are right now, is that the bars are not closing. I think they were asked voluntarily would they close. I don't think there's any mandate for them to close. And, we want to make sure that if we do everything we can to try to keep the situation safe, everybody has an understanding. And listen, these bars, it's like their Super Bowl. They're making money.
Last Thursday, Mayor Spencer said the Grove bars volunteered to close at midnight. That's not the case, at least not for now. The Forest Park Southeast curfew will take effect Saturday evening at 8 o'clock until Monday morning at 5 o'clock. At 3:03, it is time for a check of the St. Louis Business Index. Here's Stifel's Senior Vice President for Investments, Scott Bedell. Good afternoon, Scott.
Hello, Maria. Good afternoon, everyone. Mixed results again for trading today as technology stocks continue to have a rough ride. At the 3 p.m. closing bell, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 184 points, or just about 0.33% at 51,850. The Standard & Poor's 500 index fell a modest 0.1% at 7,358, while NASDAQ lost 0.4% to close at 25,476. Closer to home, the Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index rallied 0.4% to 1,702. Helping that index to move higher, Boeing gained 1 2/3% at $220.25. Energizer up 4.25% at $22.52. On the downside, Stifel Financial slipped a little less than 1% at $72.88. Bunge Global fell 1.7% at $108.99. And finally, Peabody Energy lost a little less than 4% to close at $23.29. This has been Scott Bedell from Stifel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, we invite you to visit our website at stifel.com.
And a check of traffic at this hour. The left lane is blocked. Southbound 170 at 270, a pretty significant backup there. Otherwise, traffic starting to build around the usual areas at this hour. Southbound 270 around Olive. And also, as you head down into the downtown area, eastbound 44, you're seeing those delays as well. A check of the forecasts from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk. Dave Murray has it.
Partly sunny skies as we go through our Wednesday afternoon. Let's keep a chance of a shower or a thunder shower, but do not expect much. 84 for the high. Tonight, clouds, nothing more than a spot shower, 67. Then we start to get into about 48 hours of rather unsettled weather. Thursday, a mix of clouds and sunshine with scattered showers and thunderstorms, but they could bring some heavy downpours of rain. It's not really a severe setup. 85. Keep that going Thursday night and Friday. But by the end of the weekend, we are back to hardcore summer, hot and humid. 95 on Sunday afternoon. Kind of a little buildup on Saturday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
83 in St. Peters, 84 in Florissant, 83 downtown at the Arch. I'm Maria Aquina, KMOX News.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
Honey, I found the one.
Oh, I thought I was the one.
Oh, you are, but this one's certified, background check, shows up on time, and can install all the ceiling fans.
Heating, cooling, electrical, and plumbing. Trusted pros who do it right.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. A few minutes past 3 p.m.
Our friend Janelle is here. You can follow her on social media under Holy L, E-L-L-E. Did you guys already, I know we've talked about Supergirl. Did you see it yet?
I did see it.
Oh, okay. Can you talk about it?
I can.
All right.
I
know that look.
Do you want to?
I give it an F because she has pierced ears.
Yeah.
Well, now
That's wrong.
Here we go.
I understand it.
I do
Can I give the
understand.
answer?
Yeah, being a nerd, I understand why. But go if you would like to. Go ahead.
I'll take a shot at it.
Okay.
Because on Krypton, they're not super beings. They're super beings here with our yellow sun.
Correct.
And back then, you could pierce her ears because she was more what we would think of as human.
Well, yeah, like how this movie starts off is she's hanging around a red sun a lot at the beginning because she's wanting to get drunk a whole bunch because she's trying to still numb the pain from losing her parents. And so in order for her to be able to be normal, quote unquote normal, human-like, as long as she stays away from a self-healing yellow sun, she can be hit, she can bleed, she can get holes poked in her, all that good stuff, as long as she stays away from the yellow sun. So, yeah. So, hate it for different reasons. I will give you plenty of reasons.
Okay. Okay.
I see when it was originally when I first learned of the ear piercing problem, I had thought that it was people were mad at the actress for having pierced
No,
ears.
they were just dumb.
Well, they probably were.
And it was like, well, I mean, there are plenty of like they can fix that in post if they so choose. Like that's clearly the decision of like the people making the movie.
Yeah.
to
Plus,
leave
I would
that in.
guess even if like you're just a normal person playing a normal person, they will tell you what kind of earrings to wear for the scene and things like that.
And
Right?
in
You're
all
not just like
honesty,
showing up with what you want.
I don't even remember if she has them in the movie.
Oh.
And now I can't even I'll see it again, I'm sure, but it's it's a fine movie. The problem is you've already seen it 4 times. If you've seen all 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies and you've seen Superman, you have seen Supergirl. It brings nothing to the table. It is not breaking any kind of ground. It ends up kind of being dull just because you have seen it before. Now, it's directed by Craig Gillespie and not written by James Gunn, but it feels like his fingerprints are all over this movie. It is, if anybody has seen the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and they deal with the Ravagers, it feels like you're dealing with the Ravagers version of this movie. It's, there's going to have the musical, the certain soundtrack hits in certain scenes like they do in the Guardians movies. And it's going to have the slow motion action scenes and it has an ensemble cast. And it's just, you've seen this already. And it actually makes you appreciate Superman more than, after seeing this, because there are a few scenes, I don't think this isn't a spoiler because David Cornsweet has been in the trailers. He does show up in the movie, and those are it's actually kind of a breath of fresh air. You're like, oh, let's kind of keep him around for a little bit because he does a good, despite what it wasn't my favorite movie of last year, but he does a good Superman. I know people want the rough and tumble, and it's that's not really how the character's written in the comics. He's kind of like oh, shucks, good old boy. And David Cornsweet does a good job of that. So when you see him, you're like, oh, and it's not to say that Millie Alcock is terrible in this movie. She does well with what she's given. It's just next to him, he does a better job of being Superman than she does being Supergirl. It's nothing to say about her and her acting abilities. She was in House of the Dragon. She was fine. But it's just an movie. We've seen it. We've seen it a bunch of times, and we've seen it better. You could take any one of those characters and put in Peter Quill, or you could take out somebody and put in Lex Luthor, and you have seen that movie several times. There are no, gripping the edge of your seat stakes. There's no heavy emotional stakes that go on in this movie that you're like, I'm really upset about. We know again, they show this in the trailer, that the dog Crypto gets poisoned, and she's got 3 days to be able to save him. Well, the dog is CGI, which for me as a dog lover, anytime a dog is hurt in a movie, I'm like, it's time to walk out. I don't need to see this. I don't need this in my life. But it's hard to I can't connect with a CGI dog. It's as much as it just doesn't work for me personally. But yeah, it's just
Is it mostly about her arc, or is it more about trouble on Earth and thank God Supergirl's here?
No, she's dealing with a younger girl who lost her family due to a group of villains in the movie, and she's kind of realizing her path of keeping everybody away and everybody at arm's length is keeping her safe emotionally instead of really connecting with the family that she's got as far as Superman goes. Yeah, it's just okay. The most compelling parts to me were the parts that they showed in flashback and dealing with the destruction of. Now it's not Krypton at that time because there was in the comics. This is not a spoiler. Her and her family kind of break off from Krypton as it's exploding, and they go off to live for years and years and years, and that's where she's born. And because of the mineral kryptonite in that city, it starts to kill everybody, and her parents send her away to Earth. That was more compelling to me, seeing that, because we haven't seen that. It's like, how many times have we seen the spider bite Peter Parker? 100 times. How many times have we seen Batman's parents die? 100 times. Even baby Superman coming to Earth, we've seen it 100 times. So like seeing this in a different superhero as far as like their origin story, like that was neat, and that was probably the most interesting. And the rest of it was just, it was just.
What's your favorite Superman movie of all time?
Oh, 1978, Christopher Reeve's Superman. That's it. Just to me, nothing. Well, that I was 2 when that came out, and that solidified for me the direction as far as comic reading. And yeah, I had a Superman poster in my room that had a little couch next to that wall, and I would sit there and read books to him.
Aw.
Yeah, so that was it. It'll always be it. Yeah.
I've never figured it out. Why is it so hard to make a good Superman movie? Because it's been try after try after try, and some of them have been tolerable, but it should be more than tolerable. Like, we've made great Spider-Man movies. We've made great Batman movies. Obviously, Marvel's its own thing.
Because Superman's not a really compelling character when he's indestructible. Like, you have Thor who's indestructible, but Thor is kind of, or maybe, but like he has depth to him, he deals with him, self-hate and feeling important and ego and stuff like, and just Superman doesn't have any of that. It's the same way as you have to add in characters around Captain America in order to make him compelling, because him on his own, he's fine, but he needs something that's darker.
So too nice is too boring.
As far as superhero movies
go,
yeah.
I didn't mean
when they don't have any flaws, like when they're just always aw shucks and they always want to do the right thing. And even like his Clark Kent character, his other persona is a super good guy who sends money home to his mother. It's like, that's great, but it's, it just wears thin. It's like everybody's always wanting to see a depth to a character, and he just doesn't have any. It doesn't make him a bad comic book character. It's just, there's a reason people prefer Batman to Superman, I think, as far as like interesting and entertainment wise goes. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, Spider-Man's even compelling because he's a kid who's dealing with being, hiding his identity from everybody and how that affects his relationships and tears everything apart with everybody that he relates to and how it affects his everyday life. But yet then he's taking on these people who can crush, normal humans. That makes him compelling. Even though he's a good kid, he still has that kind of complexity to him.
Okay. Going to take a quick break here. We'll be back with more with Janelle. Dave Murray is going to join us at 3:35. Tell you about my friend Stewie, and he is my friend at Stewart's American Mortgage. That's the biggest thing. It's become the biggest thing since I've gotten to know Stewie, is just to watch him in action, to see him talk to clients, to know how much he really, truly cares. It's not cookie cutter. It's not a conveyor belt. It's not like, oh, what was your name again? Okay, great. Here you go. It's this many %. Thank you. Next. That's not how it is. He really cares about his people. He's going to make sure that no stone is left unturned to get you the very best terms. You're already getting the best terms in St. Louis because, as I've told you many times, only Stewie has made the decision to pay off your fees. Everyone else in town can do it. They don't do it. Ask them why. They'll get real mealy-mouthed about it. But Stewie's actually put his money where his mouth is, and he pays your fees. That's why it's called the Bagel Loan. Bagel looks like a zero. For a limited period of time, still going right now, if you originate a new 30-year mortgage, you're going to pay 1% less in your interest rate for the first year. He's going to take care of that himself. So lots of reasons to reach out to Stewie. I'm going to give you his cell phone number, and you can use it anytime you want. People have texted him at midnight. He'll text you right back. 314-324-4440. If you're in the middle of doing a loan and you're not feeling great about it, see what he can do. 314-324-4440, NMLS 226715.
Have you ever felt like you were living just a B or B plus life? It's so dangerous to live that, more dangerous than a B minus or a C plus life, because when you're living a B or B plus life, you don't change it. You think it's good enough. Is it? I'm Susie Welch. I host a podcast called Becoming You. People think, okay, an A plus life is not available to me, but there is a way. We are all in the process of becoming ourselves. Listen to Becoming You wherever you get your podcasts.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Freedom 250. Join the U.S. Air Force Band of Mid-America July 1st through July 7th across St. Louis as we celebrate America's 250-year legacy with free concerts. No tickets required. Details at afbandtix.org. That's afbandtix.org.
A century strong. The voice of St. Louis. KMOX.
Welcome back. DGS and KMOX 322. Janelle is with us. Dave Murray is next. Matt Pauley will join us at the top of the 4 o'clock hour, and 4:30 to 5, we are going to replay our interviews with Bill DeWitt III, who loved me, and Anook.
Who loved you as well.
Yeah.
Fellow Wash U guy.
I felt like I had a good interview.
You guys bonded.
I got in, I got out, left him laughing. But no, I thought that was a really good interview.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to be honest. When I listen to press conferences, I'm just like, boring. No one cares. Like, I want to know, like, real stuff.
Right.
You know, like, what's it like to be a DeWitt? People are, dog cussing you all the time.
Yeah.
And blaming your family like you don't care enough. Like, what's that like? So, Janelle and I are having an interesting discussion.
Wait a minute.
About golf. No, nothing like that.
Yeah.
And I told her, I'm taking golf lessons. And, of course, my legend is to get super into things.
Yeah.
And spend a lot of money on it and then just give it all away because I'm on to something new. And so that's probably going to happen. But Janelle was asking me, because I'm really improving in my golf game thanks to my buddy Ed, who's giving me lessons. And she said, are you really competitive? And I said, no. And I'd never thought of it before, but I'm competitive with every other sport.
Yeah, that was what surprised me, because I know, like I said, I have heard you playing the games on the radio before, and and I mean, I've heard like your track and field and your soccer stories and you killing your kid almost.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, that just surprised me that golf was separate from all that. That was somehow that you just don't, that button hasn't clicked.
Yeah, and maybe it will. But I think
maybe your blood doesn't get pumping the way.
Maybe.
It is a pretty chill activity.
Yeah. Yeah. And from the time I started playing, which other than kid playing was in law school, I've always played with really good people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just right away was like, oh, okay, well, I see where I stand.
Right. Right.
So
your competition was just not to be the worst.
Yeah, just not to be the worst. Yeah.
Nothing. It's why all of that is why I just don't even try on things like golf. Like I would get competitive about it if I did it, and I would be angry and I would be a problem, and I don't want to spend the time or money to get good enough to where I wouldn't do those things. So I just don't do it.
So Janelle, she avoids board games because she's like
I
me.
don't. Yeah.
Do you, or do you just play them chill?
No, I play them chill. I don't get competitive at those things at all.
How do you not?
Oh, Uno. How does Uno not just?
None of it. I mean, you can.
No.
The only thing I would get competitive over is if we're playing like poker for money. I'll be competitive in that setting because I want money.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, like in family games and family settings, I don't. If I go there, it's not good.
Oh no, I'm
Sure.
familiar.
We just didn't know you could
good.
stop yourself.
I mean, think of the argument.
Yeah, we're learning it's a choice. Interesting.
Well, in some ways it is.
You're making a joke, but we're
I'm
like,
not making
No, I mean,
a
like
joke.
you see it when I argue. That's what it is. That's what it turns into, and I don't want
Yeah,
that to
that's
be the case
unpleasant.
in people like when we're at Thanksgiving and everybody's
Oh,
after
so people
dinner
you
and
care
playing
about.
board games.
When you get on free parking, that means you get all of the money in the middle of the board.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
glad to know we're not in that protected group of people.
I mean,
Look, I got to protect people from my temper.
You guys kind of are.
What?
You are getting a filtered version of the real thing.
Are you serious?
Oh, dude.
Probably only because he has to watch his language.
Well, not just that.
You want to keep your job.
You get pretty ramped, my friend.
I mean, I know, but am I like when I do those things?
Yeah.
Am I breaking things or am I punching someone?
I would
Because
hope not, 'cause
in a
you're at
real
work.
competitive environment, like
we are at work.
no, I know
so-
this is my point. This is why I don't get to that
So
because when
the
I'm
threat of being
competing,
fired.
Let me give you this advice.
when I'm competing, it's intense.
Never represent yourself in an
Oh
HR
no,
because you're not good at it.
no! I'm not trying to be good at
Am I
it. I'm
punching
just
people?
telling you. That's the edge. That's the competitive edge. That's what I have to do to be as competitive as I want to be when I'm in that environment. I've got to be in fight mode.
What? Real question. When you are at your worst, what are you feeling in your body?
Probably just red.
So you're just talking about like in like when I was playing baseball seriously like that. It's like I want to fight everybody.
Oh.
That's how I've played. I'm okay with fighting every person there if I had to try to win the game, to try to do what I need to do. because I wasn't good enough to not be that way. I had to be that way to compete.
Fighting everybody?
Well, no, just like that's your mentality. That's how you. That's
okay,
how your
'cause I was
body
like-
feels. Like when
you were in fight mode.
You're in
Yes,
a game.
Gotcha.
You're in a game. You got the gear on. You're competing. That's how it feels.
Okay. How does it feel in your body when it's 4:15 and sales says they need a FanDuel by 10 o'clock the next morning?
Well, not.
I've seen you go pretty crazy.
But it's not. No, you're seeing like a 20%.
Oh, that's terrifying.
You're seeing 20%. You guys have seen maybe 75% max.
Do you play? So when you play video games, I know that.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm bad at that.
Okay, so do you play like with other people, like across
Online?
the country?
Sometimes, but more often, no. More often, just me.
So
20% rates. That's what we're getting.
I don't know.
Well, for the FanDuel
Are we
thing.
supposed to be like grateful?
No,
like, I don't understand
no.
what's happening.
There's no requirement of anything. I'm trying to gauge like
Thank
the
you,
level.
Kevin, for not punching us.
Yeah,
I could have hit you with the belt, but I didn't.
I mean but it is.
The bar is kind of in hell, but that's okay.
It is. That's why I try not to do it. There are times I lose control of that. I don't want to.
I can't get past 20%.
Well, I mean, when you said the fan, like when you're talking about a late request, that's 20%.
Yeah.
So what's the most you've ever gotten here? Like, what would you say your highest percentage is
75, 80.
on air?
Yeah.
Okay, like back in the break room with Andrew.
I've had a couple of 90s like in the sports office by myself where
heard about that
the
one.
newsroom was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine now."
Yeah.
I'm fine now. It's 5 seconds ago, maybe not. Michael and Maria were like, "Oh no."
Can we do this after, Rach?
No, you can do it here.
Okay, tell you guys about Bays Sports Medicine. Dr. Bays is a good friend of mine. He is a sports doctor. He played collegiate sports. He has been the sports medicine doctor for a couple of high schools and a couple of colleges. He's a great guy. I've been to him for several injuries. Phoebe has been to him throughout her sports career. He's wonderful. He's a niche doctor. You don't go to him because you need a Z-Pack for your sinus infection, but you do go to him if you've had an injury that you might otherwise go to an ER for. Way better off going to see Dr. Bay. You're going to get in faster. You're going to get much, much better care. If you need a referral to a surgeon, he will do that for you. If you have chronic pain, maybe you know what the genesis was. Maybe you don't. He does stem cell injections, and he's had great success with that. So any type of injury, give him a call. Let him know you're from the DGS, 636-735-3003 or BaysSportsMed.com.
Before a nation, there was an idea. Before freedom, there was a sacrifice. This year, KMOX marks America's 250th birthday. Step into history with John Hancock and Michael Kelly, Sunday mornings at 8, as they pull you into the moment where everything was on the line. This is the sound of a nation being born. Celebrate America, 250 years strong, with Hancock and Kelly, Sunday mornings at 8, only on KMOX.
Most sellers put their home on the market and just wait to see what happens. This is Debbie Monterey. I'm with Gloria Liu, your home sold guaranteed realty. Gloria, is there a better way to sell?
There is. Instead of listing your home the traditional way and hoping for the right buyer, I can get you up to 8 competitive cash offers right from the start. That means you're not guessing what your home might sell for. You're looking at the real offers and choosing the one that works the best for you. It also helps you to set the right price and create stronger demand if you decide to go to market. It gives you control, leverage, and a clear path forward before you accept just any offer. And remember, I'll guarantee to sell your home at 100% of the market value, or I'll pay you the difference.
Before you sell your home, see what your options are. Call the one I trust, Gloria Liu, 314-325-6888, or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. That's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we got trouble on southbound 270 right now. We have an injury crash southbound 270 north of 44. The two left lanes are blocked. South 270 slows at 364 and it jams at 64 down to the crash before 44. Southbound 170, you've got delays from Delmar down to 64. Just slow through there. If you're on northbound 170, it's a little busy. Airport Road or Scudder up to Airport Road If you're on westbound 64, bumper to bumper, Kings Highway out through McCausland. And there's slow traffic in pockets approaching 364 out to 70. Westbound 70, TR Hughes through Highway K and A to Z out in Wentzville, sort of bumper to bumper through there as well. If you're traveling on southbound 55, they reported a crash north of Z. I believe it's on the shoulder, but traffic is slow at M. Eastbound M is jammed from 55 over to 61, 67. A report of a mobile home fell off its wheels there, so they're trying to get that situation rectified. On the Illinois side, you have the roadwork backups, eastbound 70 through Packers Avenue, eastbound 64, 111 to 157, and northbound 255 from 5570 up to Horseshoe Lake Road. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Are moles tearing up your yard? Don't let these lawn invaders turn your beautiful property into a mess. Rottler Pest Solutions offers professional mole control services to protect your lawn from damage. Visit Rottler.com today to schedule your free inspection.
McKelvey Homes is breaking ground on something new in O'Fallon, Strawberry Farms. When McKelvey builds something, they do it right. Visit McKelvey Homes to schedule a tour at Strawberry Farms in O'Fallon. Visit McKelveyHomes.com today and move up to McKelvey.
Looking for something new? Lombardo Homes is excited to introduce 2 brand new opportunities in St. Charles County. Discover Crooked Creek at Cottleville Trails, featuring stylish new townhomes from the high 300s and access to incredible amenities that make Cottleville Trails one of the area's most sought-after communities. Or find the space you've been dreaming of at South Point Estates, where expansive 3+ acre home sites and top-rated Wentzville schools create the perfect setting for your custom dream home. Visit LombardoHomes.com to learn more about these exciting new communities.
Amendment 4 on the August ballot hides some ugly facts. It would create a new minority veto power, but only for ballot issues that are citizen-led.
I just say no to that.
Amendment 4 permanently ends majority rule for citizen-led ballot issues.
I'm a no on 4.
Politicians put Amendment 4 on the ballot to severely limit citizens' constitutional power.
I say no on 4.
4 is a power grab by politicians. It lets one congressional district veto reforms backed by the majority of voters statewide, giving as few as 5% of voters control over the rest of us.
That's why I say no to 4.
4 would make it nearly impossible to rein in out-of-control politicians.
I say heck no.
4 takes away our constitutional power we've used for over 100 years to pass reforms that politicians wouldn't. Keep majority rule and your power. Just say no to Amendment 4. It's an ugly politician power grab. Paid for by Missourians for Fair Governance.
Today, the Cards, the D-backs.
Cameron Total Access 550. First pitch 645.
Cardinals Radio, 104.1 FM KMOX.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by McKelvey Homes.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. 3:35, Dave Murray joins us courtesy of the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center. Hello, Dave. Oh, Dave's muted.
He's not muted. He's up and he's on the Opal 2 is up and on.
Uh-oh. Can't hear you, Dave.
Dave, could you be muted on
Yeah, he might be muted on his end because I'm not getting any levels from him.
Do I sound weird to you guys?
You sound fine.
Okay.
Do you feel weird?
Everything's weird in here. Things are
Yeah.
weird.
No, it's like I'm getting like a weird double.
Oh, you're getting feedback.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not getting double, but the whole show, it sounded weird in my headphones.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So what do we do with Dave?
It looks like he is trying something on his end.
Andrew's gonna
pantomime.
Yeah, just get the phone.
I'll give him buzz.
Something's going
Can
on.
he act it out?
Yeah, can you mime it? Dave, can you mime the weather?
Wind.
Just like,
Rain, wind.
I'm so hot.
It's going to be hot. Well, gotta figure that out.
It's been the weirdest show. I cannot.
Every time there's a goofy event, it can make things weird.
I cannot rally. I cannot come back from weird starts.
Yeah, but that wasn't you. You didn't make the audio go away.
No, but just, the whole show's been kind of awkward and weird.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
From inside me.
Okay.
Because
I'm
your view. I was going to say, most of it's been pretty good. I mean, it was always good, but the first part was
great
a
to be
weird
a part
change.
of that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dave Murray.
We got you, Dave?
Yeah, I got you. That's
Okay.
weird. I
I don't see anything weird on my end.
Interesting. I don't have any
But-
levels coming from you.
I would say we've had tons of weird tech stuff today, so
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
almost 100%.
Yeah.
On
I wouldn't worry about it.
and it's in.
Okay, hang on.
Just
That's
indistinct.
what Rachel just said.
Mm-hmm.
How's that? Do you hear me now?
On the
Can't
You hear me
see
now?
any levels. Let's try it again. Say one more thing.
Test.
Hey,
Oh,
the double
okay.
makes it worked.
Yeah, turn that phone off.
Yeah.
Okay, mute him real quick.
That's really good feedback. Yeah.
All right, there
Well, that
we
was
go.
good.
That's good.
Well,
to know.
anyway, as I was
Good to
saying,
know we can do that.
if you ever see Wheels come into the studio with a baseball bat, run.
Yeah. Andrew, you missed that.
Mhm.
So here's the salient point.
Yeah.
We were talking about Wheeler and his temper. And I was kind of flirting with, because I'm terrified of him, I was kind of
We all
flirting
are.
with like, hey, we've seen that temper man. And he says we've only seen about 20%.
No, on the
No, he said 80%.
For the one commercial. For the
for
commercial.
that type of thing, the
He's-
small inconvenience
he says-
thing, that's a 20%.
He said on the radio it's
like
been
when
75,
I'm fighting,
80.
it's like 75%. Like when
And
we
you
get
really
into it.
don't consider that to be like a huge problem
That's
in your
not
life?
what I'm saying. I never once said it was
Yeah.
good
no,
or bad.
he said it was, yeah.
I'm said that's why I don't get
No, I
competitive
know.
about
I'm saying-
non-competitive
yeah, no,
things.
we're saying
because-
it's bad.
Yeah,
It's-
well, it's fine. It
Value
just is what
judgment.
it is. I'm not trying to act that
Don't
way.
rile him up. You're in the other room.
I know.
Yeah.
That's not that far to get over there.
HR will be knocking at the door.
We don't have. That's part of the problem, Dave. We don't have that.
Don't have an HR.
I'm not a licensed psychologist, but I just noted something in his response where Andrew, his coworker's saying, well, it's kind of a problem for us. And he goes, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I've gotten that a lot from Kevin, where I'm like, hey, let's work on this one specific part
it's
of you.
it's
and
like
you're
telling,
like, nah.
it's like telling
can't be
somebody
fixed.
who's anxious to not be anxious. I can just tell you that, and you're gonna be
Sure.
like,
Now
"Well,
that I understand."
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want it to be
No.
that
It's
way.
not like that at all.
It's not like I'm choosing it to be that way.
Yeah, but being anxious is not the same behavior as having a terrible temper.
Yeah.
No, he's saying like
I
the
get
feeling
it, but
inside.
the feeling is not like I'm not choosing it.
Gang,
I'm
I
not-
just can't stop
No, but
killing
you're
people.
choosing your response.
No, you don't. That's the point. Is you don't always have the full like in a calm moment. I will make a calm decision. You don't do that when you're in that mind frame.
Who has ever seen you at 100?
You got to get control of your emotions, brother.
Oh,
What you're saying is, I have no control
Dave,
over my emotions.
No, if there was no control, there would be broken crap everywhere, and I'd be in fights all the time around town, which never
this
happens.
could turn into a great streaming moment here
Like
any
that's-
second now.
Like that, if there were no control, I would probably get in trouble. Like I'd be arrested. I would do things that would get me if I didn't have control of it to a level.
I picture him like the Tasmanian devil, just spinning around just the streets of St. Louis.
I mean,
just
I
taking
picture him
people out.
flipping cars like Godzilla.
Yeah, I'm just not buying it, because if your behavior makes someone else uncomfortable, then it seems so easy to go, it could be so much worse. You guys are lucky.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying
You're saying you
anybody's
can't
lucky.
control it.
I'm saying that, yeah, I can.
So this is you controlling it.
That's what I'm saying.
He's saying because he doesn't go to 100.
Yes, that's what I'm saying is there are times where it's
Well, then it's an easy fix.
And it's
If you can control it, then just
it's
turn
like
the
saying
knob
there's
up a
an
little
easy
bit.
fix for somebody that's got to change any behavior, whether it's eating, drinking. Like it's saying, okay, just stop drinking alcohol. Well, some people have a problem, and you just don't choose to stop. Like you have to work on controlling it.
Yeah, but like the answer to being an alcoholic isn't, well, I'm an alcoholic forever. Like there are
Right.
steps you can take, and
Sure.
there are treatments.
Absolutely.
There's best practices to do to like affect. And then ideally you get into what's known as recovery, where you don't have these problems anymore.
Okay.
This whole show, including Bill DeWitt, has been an intervention.
I guess.
Whatever. I mean, like if the worst thing is people get uncomfortable, I'm not.
No, that's bad.
I'm not saying it's not bad.
If the worst thing is I scare my coworkers,
That's okay.
I mean, if you guys seriously,
Rach, go ahead.
I guess it's just, do you consider it a problem? Because it's like I'm not really sure what we're arguing or not. I'm not sure what we're discussing at this point because we've come at it from so many different angles. Do you see it, like when you compare it to alcoholism, like do you see it as a problem in your life? Is it something you wish were different?
No. I mean, I don't, because what are the ultimate outcomes of the actions? Am I raging?
People don't like you.
Again, but there are people that don't like everybody for various reasons. I don't even sweat that. I mean, there are people who are totally nice who other people don't like.
I guess what we have a problem with, and I don't want it to feel like we're like trying to back you into a corner.
Totally cool, man.
That's not what, at least that's not what I think we want to do. But it's what we bump up against
right now.
Everyone's operating
It's
on an
only you,
individual
Andrew.
basis.
I'm watching the Red Hulk over here.
Okay, then I'll
He's
talk
like-
to then I'll say it as an I, not a we. What I bump up against is that and this is a me problem. It's in my own brain, but I don't like the idea that I would make another person uncomfortable. So it's weird to me. Like what I bump up against is when you go like, well, if the worst thing that happens is you're not happy, I don't care. It's like, well, that's a weird way to look at it, right?
No, I mean that's us being people pleasers, though. I mean, I think we tend to be like that, right?
Yeah, maybe there's like a
good
maybe
middle
like
ground.
Yeah, maybe like I'm too far in one direction and Kevin's too far in the other. Like I'm too much in a. I'm too much.
Come in here and hug, guys.
Well, no, I just mean like maybe I'm too much like I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable, and maybe he's too much like. I couldn't care less if me screaming and pounding the table upsets you.
If I couldn't care less, then I would never restrain myself. I would never try to stay out of those environments. I would not avoid the competitive thing that we started this whole conversation about. I do those things because it makes other people uncomfortable, but I don't always have perfect command of it. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Like this is what it is with effort. If it wasn't effort, it would be way worse, and that's the whole point.
Right.
Which is what's shocking us.
Well, I mean, it's
because you've never seen him at 100.
It's not that crazy. Like the analogy would be the way the anxiety feels to you and hits you is the way anger hits me.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
You don't want it. You're not trying to do it, but it's there, and you do your best to manage it, and you do your best to like not let it injure other people, get yourself in trouble, get yourself fired, all those things.
Mitch says when it's Dave Murray time, we need to let Dave Murray preach. Shut up, Mitch.
Let me address Mitch for a second here.
Here's Mitch. He pops in for 5 seconds here and there.
You and Greg need to go produce a radio show.
Mitch only shows up at 3:30.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Right.
listen to the
Bossing
show.
us around.
He's only here for
That's
Dave
okay.
Murray. Earlier, he gets on the stream and goes, "Oh, Janelle's here on Wednesday. What's going on? Is there a baseball game tomorrow?" You know too much about the dang schedule, Mitch. You gotta chill. You gotta chill.
Well, it's because it's all around 3:30.
Yeah. I will just say, I asked to be on today because tomorrow I'm leaving for Arizona.
There you go.
There you go. Now,
Getting as far into these things as we could possibly get, like we're not even on the radio, and Mitch is going, "Well, why do you don't let Dave Murray talk?"
well, I'm sure Dave would like to talk about the weather as well.
I'm enjoying this.
He was kind of digging it.
I kind of forgot Dave.
Dave's like, I found a new soap opera.
At the risk
These
of,
are the
like, being
days of our
cheesy,
lives.
I think it's important to talk about stuff like this.
Yeah.
And
Kevin is
maybe not on the radio, but it's important.
It's fine. No, it's fine because Kevin's a mature enough guy that he can have this discussion.
Yeah.
He's clearly, to his credit, he's not getting like emotional or anything right now.
defensive or
And that's hard to do. I would be getting super defensive.
I'm not like bragging about any of it. Just it's the way it is.
Andrew, I'd recommend an escort to your car today.
Oh, he's fine.
No, that's the point. I don't fear like any weird reprisal from Kevin because he doesn't get defensive about this stuff. He does a really great job with that.
Yeah, I think Joel makes a fair point in that he just commented. He said, I don't mind confrontation, and for most people, they avoid it like the plague.
Yeah.
It's the truth. I don't mind it. It's fine.
You
And I
love
know
confrontation.
I know. It's sometimes it's
That's
really
not,
fun.
I don't mean that as an insult.
No,
You
it's
just
fine.
really
No, I
enjoy it.
agree. It's either way, it's fine. I mean, it's okay. Like people you get past it.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, I do.
Yeah, I know that.
This is my point. But like, so it's funny because it's always
First hour,
totally
the first day, you were past it.
yes. Yeah, Yes.
Took us a couple years to ramp up. Here's the one I had to get used to.
Oh. The out of nowhere. Where did I see this? I saw this meme recently. I wish I saved
it's
it.
like, oh my God, what's wrong? You're like, I dropped my pencil.
Yeah. I forgot where I saw this meme. I sent it to Susan because she's with Team You guys on all of this stuff. But she's like laughing because it's true, but it's also like annoying that I will get the maddest at the dumbest things. And then when really bad stuff happens, I'm calm and I can handle it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is.
Psychopathy.
Like if my video game glitches, I'm screaming and cursing and yelling. But like if something really bad happens, I'm calm and I can handle it.
It is nice to see you take the bad stuff in stride.
What do you mean?
Like you're saying, when something really bad happens, you take it a little more
yeah.
in stride.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean by that?
No, I wasn't sure like exactly what bad stuff
That's
we
the
meant.
thing he gets defensive about after
Dave,
been assaulting him for half an hour.
We're so late, but Vic
I
needs
know.
to mow his lawn.
I know. Vic, do it now. There are a couple of spotty
Mitch
storms
needs his
here and
fix.
there. Right. Most of the stuff is well north or well south. However, we're going into a really wet stretch of weather with scattered showers and thunderstorms Thursday night, Friday night. There will be some very heavy rain at times. Could be some flash flooding at times. It's not a severe weather outbreak, but these are going to be very efficient storms. Starts to fade on Saturday. Then it's all about summertime Sunday. 95 on Sunday. It will be a steam bath Sunday afternoon.
And tell Mitch he's pretty.
Mitch, I'm sorry if I was too mean.
Don't take it back.
I thought I was the mean one. Here, you guys are all burying Mitch. Of course, I joined in.
You're only seeing Rach at 8%.
Rach, let's see 50%.
Look
I'm
out.
controlling it.
Let's see 50%, Rach.
Thank you, Dave.
All righty.
Tell you guys about Bethesda, and as you know, they are very near and dear to my heart. Was scheduled to do a vigil last night, and the patient passed away, but I'm still active in the hospice volunteering to honor my mom, who passed away at Bethesda July 26th. It'll be 2 years coming up in about a month. I trust them. Obviously, trusted them with my mom, although I'll be honest, I have been honest, I got lucky because when she was at the hospital where she had the surgery, put a steel rod in her femur at 97 years old, they handed me 2 pieces of paper, and they had about 20 facilities on them, ranging from 5 stars to 1 star. Well, you're going to pick the 5 stars, and I did, and I got lucky with Bethesda, but I'm here to tell you, that piece of paper is not worth the paper it's printed on. You really need to get to know the facilities, need to get to know the people. If you're thinking about an independent living apartment for yourself, or if you're thinking about assisted living, skilled care, or hospice for a loved one, I can help you with that. Michelle is my friend. She's been at Bethesda for 31 years. She's very, very nice, heart of gold. And if you go to BethesdaHealth.org, click on the Contact Us button, fill out a form. Someone will get back to you. And if you want to talk to Michelle, just put that on your form, and Michelle will get back to you and talk you through it. That's BethesdaHealth.org.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we still got our trouble on southbound 270. This traffic report is a service of Scott Credit Union. This crash southbound 270 just before 44. The 2 left lanes are still blocked. Traffic's a solid jam back to Ladue, and the delays begin south of 364, so it's backed up most of the way through. A lot of folks are opting for 141 Ladue down to Conway's backed up, and you're bumper to bumper from Carmen all the way down to 44 as an alternate route. Those are the worst spots, and obviously northbound 270 running through that Big Bend area up toward Doherty Ferry. Looks like there's trouble northbound as well now. Southbound 170 delays, Alda 64. Westbound 64 bunches up periodically approaching Kings Highway, headed out through a Big Bend. Winghaven at jams midway to 364. It looks like an incident there, and then 364 out to 70. 70, you've got delays at the airport, 94 to Zumbel, 79 through K, and west of Lake St. Louis out through 61. Westbound 44, the right lanes are at Geyer. Southbound 55 jams north of M to a crash midway down between M and Z. They were clearing. Eastbound M is still jammed from 55 over to 61, 67 due to an incident downtown. Eastbound 70 at Packers Avenue, 64 jammed, 111 through 157, 255 from 5570 up to Horseshoe Lake Road. Northbound is on the brakes. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Think buying a home is out of reach? Think again. Scott Credit Union has down payment options as low as zero money down. Your new home could be closer than you think. Visit scu.org today. Equal housing lender, NMLS 415767. Terms and conditions apply.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
The soundtrack of classic rock is coming to Hollywood Casino Amphitheater August 6th. Leonard Skinner and Foreigner joining forces for one epic night of legendary hits and unforgettable memories. It's the Double Trouble Double Vision Tour. From Sweet Home Alabama to Cold as Ice. Don't miss your chance to experience these two Rock and Roll Hall of Fame acts in one incredible show. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
Tell you guys about Dr. Kathy Maupin. I talk about her all the time. I get it. I know that. But it's a really big swing from where you may be feeling to where you could be feeling with the testosterone pellets. And, don't listen to me, but listen to Dr. Maupin. She is a medical doctor, OBGYN, delivered everyone's baby over years and years and years. And now she's focused on this. Rach had a really interesting experience when we all went to the game last week. She sat next to Kathy, and they were just thick as thieves the whole time, and they're talking a lot about the hormone replacement therapy and especially what it means to and for women. I can only tell you what it's been like for a man for the past 7 years. And I can really tell you what it's like not to have them, because last year I stopped getting my pellets just for about 8 months. And it wasn't good. Like stuff goes away and stuff comes back. And then when you get the pellets, it's all good again. Right next door, I get my Botox. I get chemical peels. I've had micro needling. I'm going to do the M-Face, which is like M-Sculpt for your face, tightens it up, kind of like a little mini facelift without any cutting or permanency. For all things Dr. Walpin, go to biobalancehealth.com.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I was throwing a party for the twins and had custom invites and a banner printed at Staples. And that's when I saw Party City is now at Staples.
Party City? No way!
So now Staples has all your printing needs and everything you need for a party.
Everything times 2.
And now at Staples, save 25% on all custom banners.
Party City is now at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. Some banners available same day when ordered by 12 p.m. Hence 8-1 exclusions apply.
We asked parents to share their journey of adopting teens.
They changed who I am because I can't see life without them in it.
Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech.